going on, y'all? T Pharrell here. In this video, I wanted to make an update over the marker TSNPD, or what sometimes is being shown as TSNP for the Humble Incorporated. And so we see today that they are at $6.07, so they're approximately up 25.67%. And that may also have to do with a big news update that they have. So let's go ahead and head over to the OTC marketplace and take a look at what that is. And here we are at the OTC marketplace looking at the news for TSNPD, Humble Incorporated. And we see here the one that was just released today. It's telling us Humble Incorporated announces a binding term sheet to acquire Tickeri Incorporated. So they announced today that it has entered into a binding term sheet to acquire Tickeri Incorporated in a debt and stock transaction totaling $20 million. Tickeri is a leading ticketing, live events, and box office SaaS platform featuring Latin events and artists throughout the United States, Latin America, and Caribbean corridor. Founded by Juan Luis Gonzalez and Javier Gonzalez, the company has spent the last decade working with popular artists such as, and you can read all of those, as well as significant brands such as Heineken, Boost Mobile, and the Fillmore. During 2019, Tickeri sold over 1 million tickets for a total of $30 million in combined online and offline face value ticketing volume. The company has experienced 30% year-over-year transaction volume revenue growth in non-COVID-19 years since its founding in 2011. So we see this is some pretty big news here, where Humble is now getting into the entertainment side of things, especially in probably underserved markets. But let's read more. Tickeri is one of the few ticketing companies to focus on the Latin market, with advanced features such as real-time reporting, analytics, box office tools, and digital marketing platform, serving over 5,000 locations and operators in the Americas. And this is a quote: "We believe Tickeri can be a great catalyst for a Humble model of contextual commerce by region. The Latino markets we serve are historically underrepresented in a digital commerce, and to combine the Tickeri platform with other core Humble functionalities such as remittances and contactless digital payments is an exciting opportunity for us to better serve our customer markets together in the future." And that was from Javier Gonzalez, who's a co-founder and CTO, Chief Technical Officer of Tickeri, who will be taking on a similar technology role at Humble. So not only are they establishing to take over Tickeri and use that to kind of deliver those sales and those tickets, they're also taking the co-founder and CTO of Tickeri, who's going to have a similar technological role at Humble. So that's pretty big. They're getting the product and they're getting the person who's very familiar with the product. Reading further, Humble plans to rapidly integrate key Tickeri features into the Humble mobile application and web platform, and will keep the Tickeri brand operating in its own capacity within the Latin markets, while utilizing Tickeri's core technologies to pursue ticketing contracts in other regions. Keywords: rapidly. So they're looking to put this thing in quick. "We are excited to bring our love of music, concerts, and events to Humble Familia. Our alignment with Humble provides our community with the tools and services they need to seamlessly transition from a cash to digital economy to enjoy their favorite artists. Latin music continues to be a force in pop culture in the United States and globally, and we're excited to continue aiding its expansion alongside Humble." And that was from Juan Luis Gonzalez, who's the co-founder and CEO of Tickeri. Next quote: "We are thrilled to work together with Tickeri to build a first-class digital ticketing platform for Latin America and other emerging markets, as well as contactless fan experience inside the Humble mobile application," said Brian Foote, who is the CEO of Humble. "We are already in discussions with sports teams, arenas, stadiums, festivals, as well as merchandise and concessions to service what we expect to be strong post-COVID-19 for demand for live events. Again, I think this whole press release was huge. So in essence, they are acquiring Tickeri, which is the leading for ticketing, live events, box office, all that stuff from Latin events, from the United States, Latin America, Caribbean, all over on those likely underrepresented areas. And not only are they looking to acquire this company, they're also getting the CTO and a co-founder on their team for the technological aspect. So they're getting the subject matter expert of this program. And then finally, they make a pretty strong comment here. Strong post-COVID-19 demand for live events. I mean, who of us around here are not interested in seeing live events nowadays? I mean, me personally, it's been a minute since I've been anywhere due to the COVID-19 precautions. But it's safe to say that once COVID-19 is done and gone, folks are going to rush back to do all the things they used to do in live events, you know, ticketing, music, and all that. Those are big events that you can't necessarily get in your own home. You got to be there in person to enjoy. So I can certainly see this being a great way. And the fact that they're looking at incorporating this into the Humble app makes it a lot easier for those who already have their accounts set up with Humble to consider also getting the ticket from Tickeri as well. Granted, have no idea when COVID-19 will be over with, but the fact that the future is coming and change is coming, this looks pretty good in my opinion for Humble. And just quickly looking at the Twitter feed here, we see that Humble has released 4 hours ago that there it announces binding term sheet to acquire Tickeri, which we just went over on the OTC marketplace, but now they're actually getting it here and kind of getting it out in case those who don't follow the OTC market can see it on their feed. So once again, this is great transparency by the company, making sure that they're staying on the up and up in terms of things that are going on and updates that are coming. So here we are on the Tickeri website page, just kind of getting a gather as to what this is about. So we see here that we can actually come up to this search menu and we can look for an artist, a venue, a type of event. Again, right now, this may not have too much in it due to COVID-19, but it's reasonable to think that in the future, when COVID-19 is no longer around, this will probably be a happening thing, you know, venues, events, and all those again. And as we can see here, they have a lot of different artists, bands. Not really familiar how popular these artists and bands are, but this is in an underserved area of Latin America. This can be really big news for Humble. So we see they got upcoming events, March 5th, 6th. So they're still having events. So imagine how many events could be loaded when COVID-19 is no longer a concern. I mean, to me, I can only see it increasing versus what they have now. All right, so we'll look further on this Sell with Tickeri section. So Sell with Tickeri online ticketing platform, the best ticketing platform for your Latin event. Tickeri is an online ticketing platform that allows event creators to easily connect with their local Latin community. By bringing music lovers and event organizers together in one place, not only does Tickeri give fans the ability to discover local events in their area, but we also provide event organizers with the tools they need to successfully create, manage, and promote their event. So as we see from the description here, Tickeri will give fans the ability to discover local events in their area, which is pretty convenient. So imagine, you know, a Humble user doing some transaction on their phone and then realizing, hey, you know what? I want to use some of my money or my gains to purchase the local event or venue that's coming up. So they can look here, they can actually discover local events for their area, which will make it a lot easier for them to see it and probably more likely to buy a ticket from Tickeri just due to the ease of convenience. And then these are just more things that the company offers. So again, just wanted to post an update about Humble and Tickeri and just kind of see what y'all's thoughts are. If you also think this is big news or you don't think that it's big news, tell me why in the comments section. Until then, I'll see you next time.